enough, and I am breaking up with my MAGA husband. I just went and talked to a lawyer today and filed the paperwork. I really don't know what to do because I don't work and he does provide for our family. He's also a really good dad, but I just can't handle the fact that he voted for Trump. Are any of you ladies like putting together an all-female commune for those of us that have to break up with our MAGA husband? The last straw for me was like, how come you didn't care about all of the women that were sexually assaulted and killed by illegal immigrants? Like, come on. Like, that is such a MAGA talking point. Gross. And the fact that he even uses the term illegal immigrant, I'm like, it's time for me to go.
Leave your MAGA husband, ladies. That's right. Leave your MAGA husband, but cheat on him first. Cheat on him with his boss. Cheat on him with his best friend. Cheat on him with his brother. Cheat on him with that one cousin that he fucking hates. Cheat on him with somebody who's more successful than him and then rub it in his face. Cheat on him with his sister. Cheat on him with his sister. Cheat on him with somebody who you know it's going to hurt the very most. Leave your MAGA husbands, but cheat on them first.
Let me hit you with some facts. Not my opinions, not my personal feelings, but cold, hard data that you can go verify yourself if you don't believe me. According to the CDC and the National Center for Health Statistics, the marriage rate in the US right now is about 6 marriages per 1,000 people, while the divorce rate is about 2.4 per 1,000 people, and 70% of those divorces are filed by women, according to research published by Stanford and the American Sociological Association. That's the reality, not fantasy. Why does this matter? Now, people will argue, well, lots of people are still married. True. But here's the kicker. Just because they're married doesn't mean that they're happy. When the General Social Survey
I 100% completely agree with that. I believe that politics and religion are two very serious things to make decisions based on relationships. I also believe that when you're younger, you try to put those things to the side. Oh, you can have difference in religion, you can have difference in political views and still be able to have a successful relationship. And in some ways, you're right. You can. You can have someone that has a different belief system and a different belief system if they're both religious. And it could work in some ways. You can have a regular Republican and a regular Democrat, and it can work if you really try to make it work. However, I don't fucking believe that if you are an atheist, it can work with a person that follows God. Those are two different, completely different standpoints. Believing that that doesn't exist because there is no proof, and believing it does because you have faith. But that is even a little bit easier to work through than being a leftist of any kind and someone that voted for MAGA, meaning Trump. Trump specifically is MAGA. This isn't a conservative versus a progressive or liberal standpoint. MAGA men or women are dangerous. You voted for someone that thinks it's okay to walk into dressing rooms of little girls while they're changing. You voted for someone that supports racism and bigotry. You voted for someone that's against gay marriage and the rights of the LGBTQI community. You voted for someone for their erasure of trans existence. You voted for someone that doesn't think that all people are equal based on skin color or the nation that they once resided in. That isn't a regular Republican. Now, don't get me the fuck wrong. I wouldn't even do that. I did that shit, and it was the most horrible experience of my life. These are questions I didn't ask in the beginning, and it was horrible.
Divorced my husband because he became a QAnon MAGA freakazoid. And I divorce your husband, ladies. Leave your husbands if they're MAGA. I know you're going to put that online, and I love it, so thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that because, like, realistically, I'm a pretty nice person. I really believe in others. I believe in humanity. I believe in kindness. I believe that the world should be better. I think 67% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck is disgusting. I think the fact that it went up from 60% of Americans to 67% of Americans within 1 year of the Trump presidency is scary. It's dangerous. Those kind of things are not helpful for everyone. The fact that most Americans are feeling poor is not an acceptable situation. You know, I don't think anyone feels that way. And to hear the President of the United States say that unaffordability is a lie, that affordability is a scam, well, that's not true, because every single person who's coming to this event, most people are feeling the pinch of unaffordability in the United States of America. And it is a problem. And it's not a left or a right problem. It's an up versus down problem. And we need to band together as people and be on the side of others. We need to be on the side of each other, because trusting billionaires doesn't work out well for anyone. Yeah.
Listen, you're allowed to have different opinions as your spouse about certain things. For example, me and my husband don't have the same favorite football team. We don't have the same favorite snack, etc., etc. But when it comes to politics, now is not the time to have different opinions, especially with what's going down in the States. I recently talked about how the winner of America's Got Talent is MAGA, and people are saying, no, it's not, she's not, blah, blah, blah. But her husband is. You look at her husband's followers, the current president is there, Turning Point USA, Latinos for the current president was what shocked me. And for anyone saying, oh, she endorsed Biden, she endorsed Clinton, I did not hear her endorse Harris during this election. So that, to me, she's automatically MAGA.
It's true that white women are leaving their husbands because of their underreactions. This is it, guys. This is the end of MAGA. Checkmate.
Like, I actually don't have a single friend who is like thrilled with how their husband is reacting to all this. Most of them are describing their husbands as ostriching, sticking their heads in the sand and pretending like nothing is happening. Meanwhile, my friends, their wives, are trying to figure out, how are we going to continue normal life for our children through this? How are we going to prepare and protect ourselves? And their husbands are like, stop being so emotional. You're overreacting. I mean, do we see what's happening? Hello. It's time to wake up. Protect your family. Like, my friends are losing complete faith in their partners at this point. The divorces that are going to happen after all this, it's going to be an unprecedented number because you all are failing your families.
To think that that those women are actually communicating with this woman, because I think I did a separate reaction video to her kind of emphasizing and going in a lot deeper on this. But then somebody sent me this morning along with a couple of other videos, and then I started going down a rabbit hole to better understand exactly what's going on. But to think that they think that this woman is their friend while at the same time telling them all of her business, right? And then she coming on the internet and talking about this. And if I was a person that was actually married to a woman that was a friend of this woman, I would absolutely be, just disgusted. I would be disgusted. I would be so disgusted to where I would be like, hey, listen, first of all, why are you telling our personal business? The second thing is, why are you disrespecting me and talking negatively about what it is that I got going on in my household? And third, you need to divest yourself from this person because she's not your friend. She's not your friend. I'm not sure if this woman even has a man, but she's sitting here basically advocating, and yes, it is advocating for people to get divorced and for white women to leave their husbands, in which I think that, and you know this, I think that liberal white women are the worst things that's happening in America, and that's happened to America right now. That's a whole nother conversation. But if she is sitting here advocating for the divorce based off of the idea that they feel some type of way about ICE agents deporting illegal migrants, and protesters, I like to call them anarchists, are opposing burning up vehicles and destroying communities, that's insane. I don't know.
Hi Magas, welcome back once again to my channel, Ijoma TV. If you're new here, thanks to tuning into my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, turn notification bell, so each time we upload, you'll be the first to receive our notification. Thanks to my returning subscribers, and without you guys, I cannot do it. I am not taking you guys for granted. You guys are the best. Please feel free to share your thoughts, opinion in this video that you have just watched, that now is alarming, that Magas wives are now leaving their spouse. They are now leaving their home. My question is, leaving it for who? Hey, credit to all the creators in this video. First of all, credit to them. Then in this video, you see that many ladies, many women are giving their different advice. One said that if your husband cheats on you, you should cheat on him back with his friend, with his relative. You should cheat on your spouse back. Is it for real? Is that a good advice to give out to other women out there? Please feel free to share your thoughts. Then the other woman that have already left her home already, she's advising women to leave their Magas husband, that this is not the right time to marry a Maga. To me, this is not a good advice at all, for you to say that women should leave their Magas husband without no reason. At least before leaving your marriage, you have a good reason, or at least tangible reason for leaving your husband. Feel free to share your opinion, subscribe and share this video.